And then I don't want to include Ozempic and semaglutide, but all the other peptides except those. What do you think about the peptides?
So I would think great, but very soon you won't get access.
Yeah.
That's truly where we're at.
Yeah.
It's going to be like, if you want the right stem cells, you got to fly to Costa Rica or Colombia, or, that's what's coming. They work so well that the FDA is really pushing hard to get rid of them right now. So there's a few guys. There's like a guy named Dr. Ken Haltorf that has just built an entire legal team just so he can stay in business. And he's doing enough business to be able to maintain that. So there's going to be a few key players that don't mind fighting FDA all day long. But the general functional medicine practitioner is not going to have access.
And then Ozempic and semaglutide.
So I know there's a lot of talk around, microdosing is the right answer. And that's where things went wrong in the beginning, is people said too much of a good thing, and that's what made them sick.
Yeah.
And even then, why is this the answer? Right? Why is it's a Band-Aid? It's still a Band-Aid.
Sure.
Right? And if you know that you're metabolically unhealthy, it's probably the easiest chronic disease to reverse. It's like type 2 diabetes, type 1 for sure. We know we can't do anything about it. Metabolic dysfunction. The CDC, and it must be worse than this because we know the CDC is going to mask things, but they're saying that only 5% of Americans are metabolically healthy. 95% are
crazy.
Pre-diabetic to that degree, right?
Yeah.
So it's not about how do I Band-Aid this. What you're eating, your stress levels, your gut microbiome that people ignore, and how that affects your glucose metabolism. So yeah, it works. If you microdose it, it's way better than what people have been doing. But why is that the first place to go? There's so many more things you need to do first.
I think because it's easy. And I think the other thing that's happening is so many celebrities are using it and it's working for them that it's causing a cascade effect where everyone's. I don't know if you saw Brian Daboll. He's the head coach of the Giants. He just lost a ton of weight.
Yeah.
You see all these other celebrities doing it, losing a ton of weight. There's one study that just came out. I don't know if it's true, but it's talking about people's like IQ increasing when they're taking Ozempic and stuff like this. So I don't really know. I do know one of the things that's been frustrating for me is having clients for like the last 15, 16 years and seeing some of them like they just can't change their habits.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to tell them. Of course, I can't prescribe Ozempic, but I was like, I don't know what to tell them when this thing I think might work for them. And then I see people who are just morbidly obese and it's like, we got to do this now or you're going to die. So I don't know. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, there seems to be a line to where I'm like, I can see how this might be helpful.
Just like anything else in this healthcare system, emergency, go ahead. Yeah. Right? If you're morbidly obese, go ahead. If you're trying to get from 180 to 170, that's not the answer.
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
So why do I say this? You have this like... So the thing you said about that, the guy that, the athlete that he got the solution. It's working for him, right? What's working is what's being measured, which is you lost weight.
Yeah.
But you don't know what else you broke.
Yeah.
People have stomach paralysis. Truly. Right? People get off it and see what happens when you get off of it. What did you do to your metabolism? Right? So again, the check mark for success in the allopathic medical system is the symptom, the pain point has been resolved.
Yeah.
Not why did it happen? And by resolving the pain point, but not addressing the root cause, what else did I break? And I can tell you there's a lot broken if all you're concerned about is the weight melted. Yeah. Because there's many other things going on.
Like you said, you can't feel preventing cancer.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like anything.
Yep.
So the thing we feel, though, is the donuts. We feel the sugar, the fats. We feel those things.
Yep.
We look in the mirror and we feel the dopamine rush from seeing our body fat going down. But we don't feel preventing cancer.
Yeah. If you're still eating high fructose corn syrup every day, there's a study around... put somebody on an American diet for 6 days, which means high fructose corn syrup. Within 6 days, they have a 600% increase in lipogenesis, fat production. Yeah. Right? So if that's still what you're doing, you didn't help yourself with the Band-Aid. You're still going to die of something else. Yeah. Right? It's going to be cardiovascular disease, dementia, something else is coming.
I don't know if you've ever read Jared Diamond. He has a book, I believe it's The World Until Yesterday. I forgot what it is. He's an anthropologist at UCLA, and he goes over when these ancestral tribes would be exposed to McDonald's, like what would happen. They'd be spending their entire life like going out and trying to scrounge for calories, right? And then it has to be a caloric, like there needs to be enough calories in the gazelle to make up for the calorie expenditure to go kill the gazelle. Yeah. And they're just in this constant flux in this battle, and that's why they have shorter lifespans, and it's it's a tough existence. They get exposed to McDonald's and become morbidly obese very quickly, and then almost always develop diabetes. Yeah. And so that's one of the issues, that it's just a massive evolutionary mismatch. Us in North America, we've slowly been introduced to it over the last 70 years, but some of these people, the first time they're introduced to it, when I go to Europe and I eat their pastries, I'm like, I can't taste anything. What is this? And then I come home and I eat Krispy Kreme. I'm like, shouldn't all of your pastries just taste like sugar and butter? butter? I don't understand. I'm so confused. I go to the Texas State Fair. There's it's like fried butter.
Yeah.
I'm like, is this the way the rest of the world works? I'm so confused.